Hi, it's Art, short for Artemy, and you can find me at CU Artist pretty much everywhere. Yesterday night was the first night without actually filming anything, and it was definitely strange. You get into the habit of doing something for 100 whole days, and then it's so wild to not be a part of my nighttime routine anymore. I think the goal with this is that you have built the routine and you continue working on the comics afterwards. And mind you, I was working on things while I was on my lunch break at work and doing other things, just not the exact 30 minutes at the usual time I would do it. So that was weird to adjust to, and I'm sure I'm still going to be a little bit weirded out by it for the near future. I did manage to fix the issue of the pages just not showing up on my website, so glad that is handled. Not sure what I changed or if it just had to take a while to kick in, but I did not have to find the original code and put that back in, so glad about that. I started also pre-uploading stuff onto Tapas as well. Fortunately, they have a lot of the same requirements as Webtoon does, so I don't have to change things for that. However, they definitely are giving me a lot harder time trying to actually upload the files, so that is not ideal. I'm going to try again tonight, but they were really not wanting to load some of the things. I also realized that I actually should be naming the episodes, which is not something I had super thought about before. In the very, very original comic, I had a page title for each one because I read a lot of other webcomics at the time. I think Questionable Content had a title for each page, or at least a little caption in the upper corner, but I have not done that for a very long time, and for my own website, I just have prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2. But I do think having an actual name for each episode would be helpful, because I think people can see that and decide whether or not they would want to look at the episode based on the title. So I want something that is not just chapter 1, part 1. I'm leaving prologue as prologue because that is a pretty good explanation of what it is. The name of the second episode I have had as a shorthand of the name of the scene that it is for a while. I think since 2016. Just as I'm writing an outline, I will just write quick explanation of the scene, and that one has stuck, and I think it's kind of funny. But the third episode is just a continuation of the second one, and I didn't really want it to just be a part 2 of the same thing. So I am looking through the episode and looking at pieces of the dialogue, trying to find something that is fitting and a little bit funny. Not all of the names are going to be something humorous, but if it is fitting for the tone of the scene, then that is what I'm going to go for. I do think that is something I should try and think about more in advance now that I have thought about that. Since I have the episodes broken up already, I can try and get some of those done further in advance than what I'm doing now. I, at this point, have also posted 2 of the 3 TikToks I was planning on doing. I'm a little bit emo because I reposted one of them onto Instagram as a reel, and several people who had been reading it in my high school years did comment and say that they were still excited for it. So that was... I know that there were some people who were like, oh, let me know when that actually happens, but it has just been so very long since I was in high school that I really was not sure that people would actually still be interested at all, so I am glad that that is something that people will at least check out. There's a lot more added into the beginning of the comic, but there are definitely some things that are pretty much the same at the very beginning, though I tried to add more depth to the characters because they were definitely written by a 9th grader, and the characters have grown with me over the years, so there's more internal stuff. It's still comedic, but it is definitely has more character to it. So yeah, I don't know, that is exciting. Things don't have to go extremely viral to be a good milestone, I guess. I am just excited that some people are actually still interested. Yeah, so that is all I have for today. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you tomorrow.